Hi, my name is Chelsea Ram if you're new here, and today I'm going to be talking about things that I wish I knew before entering law school, part 2. Part 1 of this video, if you haven't watched, go and watch that first. It's actually the most viewed and liked video on my channel as I speak, so I have to make a part 2, and this is why I'm doing it. So without further ado, let's get right into it. The thing I wish I knew before entering law school is that there are so many hacks to doing things and being efficient in law school. For example, you may have heard or may have not heard of outlines in law school. An outline is where you put together a big document outlining all the things that you learned in that class. So it might be split into different sections where it's like, okay, these are all the notes that I took in class, and then these are all the notes from the readings, and they're split by week, and you can have it very clearly organized so you can understand the structure of the course content and what you need to know. So that's what an outline looks like. And on an exam in law school, most exams are open book because they're testing you on theories and application rather than just random facts. So people take these outlines that are very nicely laid out to their exams so they can look at them when they need refreshers and need to apply certain tests. Did you know that a lot of people have these outlines and are just giving them to students in younger years? I didn't know that. That was a great revelation that I had in like my second semester of my first year, and I wish I had in my first year of law school. A lot of the times, upper year students have these outlines for the same course that you're taking now that they took last year, and they're more than willing to share them with you. People exchange outlines all the time in the same school for the same professors, so it does not hurt to ask around for this. It is seemingly legal. I mean, I don't want to give legal advice here, but everyone seemed to do it in my law school and had no problem with it, and even the professors knew, so I think it's legal. Also, just talk to people in general in your school, like talk to people in your classes, even outside of your classes in the hallways. People know things and know hacks on how to be more efficient. Like the outline example, people know other hacks like that. You just need to talk to them and hear how they're getting through it, and then maybe apply some of that to your law school experience. I wish I knew that before I started, and because I started online, it was kind of difficult for me to do that, but I did actually kind of get ideas and some hacks from watching law school YouTubers. There's not a ton in Canada, as many of you have mentioned in my comments actually, not a lot of Canadian law school vloggers, but there was a couple of vloggers in the US that I would watch, like Lipsticks and Lattes, and Madison Rector, if you guys haven't checked them out, were really good. They graduated now, but they were in law school at the same time as me, so it was really good to hear their experience and just hear different things that they were doing to make their life easier and how it could apply to me. The second thing that I wish I knew before law school, which I kind of did know before law school, but I think a lot of people would benefit from hearing this, and it's something that I knew, but like I really had to do it to solidify my understanding of how important it was while I was in law school, which is that looks matter. I mean, you are getting a professional degree, and a lot of the people that you are going to be around are working professionals like your professors, or people who are in the field that you want to get into, or people who are going to be lawyers and going to be professionals. And just because everyone dresses comfy and not cute doesn't mean that you need to dress like that. I'm not saying you need to wear like a 3-piece suit or a dress to school every day. You can still wear comfortable clothes. I know law school is a lot, it becomes overwhelming, but like take an extra 5 minutes in the morning to wake up and properly wash your face and brush your hair out of your face and wear something comfortable but cute to just like look a little bit better. It's actually very worth it to take that extra 5-10 minutes in the morning to make yourself look presentable, because you will stand out from the herd. At least in my law school, a lot of people like came looking like absolute slobs. Like they came looking like they fell asleep on their textbooks at 4 a.m. last night, which I don't doubt was the case for some of these people, but like you shouldn't be showing up like that, because if you look like you're struggling, opportunities from professors or from people who are in the industry that you're trying to get into will not come to you because they're looking at you and they're like, oh, like, she looks overwhelmed, they look like they're struggling. But if they look at you and they're like, oh wow, like, look, like, she did her makeup, like, he's wearing a blazer, like, those are nice dress shoes, that's gonna stand out, and they're going to think of you as a professional because you are showing up more professional. Looks matter, and that doesn't mean you need to spend a ton of time or money doing it, but just like make sure you're doing the bare minimum and showing up like a little bit more elevated than the average, because you can be above average in grades, but you also need to be above average in the way you're coming across, and obviously your appearance is the first thing that someone sees when they meet you. The next thing that I wish I knew before law school was to do my research on professors and who resonated with who I was and what I like. So I kind of figured this out while I was in law school, and I started gaining exposure to different courses and different classes and different professors. But if I knew it before I went to law school, it would have set me out to kind of take different courses that really resonated with me and to actually put myself in front of professors that were in the realm that I was interested in. Or have a specific interest in national security, look up national security professors in X university. For me, I'm interested in like positive psychology and well-being, and that is a new thing coming into law schools. But there was one professor at Uottawa who is just has such a positive energy. She's so nice. She's in the positive psychology well-being space. She actually runs a course that I took called the Happiness in the Law. And when I took that course, I really connected with her, and I was very open with the fact that I really enjoyed her teachings, and like everything that she was saying really motivated me. And because of that, she got to know me, and she actually invited me to be a guest speaker in the years following for her courses. And she really liked me, and she actually connected me with a lot of different people in the industry. I ended up taking a different course that was similar to that just because she recommended it. I ended up meeting a lot of different people, and that was super cool because I had connected with a professor who was completely in alignment with my interest. So do your research on the professors and make sure that you connect with them as early as possible in your law school career. You don't want to just go with it and then find this person by chance in your third year. You want to like seek these opportunities out. Even if you don't know your specific interests, like narrow it down to 3 to 4 interests that you may potentially have, seek these professors out, talk to them, see if it sparks something in you, and then go from there and see what opportunities arise because of this connection that you made. And of course, look professional when you go to meet them. And the final thing that I wish I knew when I was in law school is to spend a little bit of money doing the things and getting the things that are going to elevate your experience throughout these years in law school. If you're going to law school, you're probably spending a lot of money already, unless you are on a scholarship, to even be in school. Like for me in Canada, I was paying $10,000 just for tuition, not books or like rent or anything like that per semester. So every like 3.5 months. And in the US, it's like even greater. I have a friend that is going to law school in the States, and she's from Canada, and she's paying like exponentially more than me, like $100,000 a year as an international student. So you are going to be spending a lot of money, and a lot of people may feel financially strapped or like they shouldn't be spending excess of money. And that's true if that's in your situation. I mean, I can't speak on everyone's financial situation, but I think it's important to recognize, like, if you're already spending $10,000 every 3 months on tuition, spending $50 on the ticket to go to the law ball and have that experience with law school students, like a big like law school event, is totally fine, and you're gonna have to pay the $10,000 back anyway, so the $50 will probably be worth it at the end just to add on. Now, I hesitate to say something like this because obviously everyone's financial situation is different, but all I'm saying is you're paying for law school, but law school in and of itself isn't what you're paying for. You're paying for the experience, the networking, the possibilities and potentialities that can come from it. And to cut yourself off from that for any reason, including financial, is doing yourself a disservice, because as I think I mentioned in my last video on this topic, you are in law school to get a degree and to get good grades, but most of your opportunities are going to come from networking, especially if you're not, a straight A student in law school. You can be used to being the top of your class before law school, and most people in law school are, but once you enter into law school, 99% of people are not in the 99th percentile in law school. If you're not getting straight A's, you need to get into the field that you want through a different means, and that means spending money sometimes and spending your time and energy connecting with people, going to events, seeking out events in the industry you want to be in, even if that's not through your law school, but through professors telling you. And yeah, it's not just about money, but like spending some energy, and quality energy devoted to that, paired with law school, will get you to where you want to go. Thank you for watching this far. If you have, like and comment down below what you liked in this video. If you watched this far, I would really like to know so that I know what kind of content to create in the future. I hope you have a great day and a great year in school.